Hey guys, Omega Alden here. Back again with oxygen not included. This is our colony from before, titled the Alden colony. And let's see. So to get an overview, you'll see we made a little stack here, kind of essential spine thing, multi-layer colony going on. Bathrooms at the top, living quarters. We've got six duplicants, kind of what we're sticking to right now, just for conservation's sake, more than anything. So a lot of these things are misreporting right now, probably because I just loaded this up and haven't unpaused it. So what are we doing right now? We are working on our natural gas generator down here. What we're trying to do here is build a bunch of fertilizers, which we will pump polluted water into. That polluted water will go in here. These things will spit out natural gas. That natural gas will then be pumped into natural gas generators, which will provide us with a decent amount of power. And I need to drop another natural gas generator there. Give us a decent amount of power. Renewable power. They'll spit out more polluted water to keep the kind of system going. I mean, overall, it uses more polluted water than it returns, I think, as far as that system goes. I may have too many fertilizers here and natural gas generator and whatever. I mean, this thing is just in production right now, so that's kind of the gist of that. The most important thing we finished up last time was we got this cold biome up here. We built our oxygen generation thing here with our electrolyzers. We built our cold generators, which let us destroy some of these hamster wheels. Like we had hamster wheel powering this, hamster wheel powering this oxygen generation over here. So we've made that better by having those cold generators. But the oxygen, or the natural gas generation down here is a better long-term renewable thing. And also, these things spit out fertilizer. I think we're unlucky and we don't have any hatches down here right now, which is unfortunate. We're going to need to get plastics to be able to drop some guys in here. And I may need to... We've got... As long as I don't place anything in here, we have spots to put little relocators throughout. Like, here's a spot, here's a spot. The bottom layer doesn't need it because it doesn't spit out fertilizer. So, as long as these layers have spots, then we can drop hatches in there. And the thing about that is then hatches will turn the fertilizer that these things are making into coal, which can be used over here. And basically, I don't know if it's an infinite source, but we got ourselves a nice sustainable source of energy down there. We're building our metal refinery up here in the cold area. We got to work on that. I think we're building, like, we're going to pipe the stuff into there. So this is going to help us get the metals involved. Let's see, where are we at for... We've got 11 reed fibers. We need one more to be able to suit up our entire group, because each Atmos suit takes 2 reed fibers. So that's the plan right now. We're going to finish this up. We're going to get that going. We're going to work on an Atmos suit. We're going to work on constructing 6 Atmos suits. Obviously, we'll need to create a location in which we have a checkpoint. Maybe I'll put the checkpoint down here, because we're going to be wanting to, or just like down underneath this, because we're going to want a location in which is our kind of go-to point for getting to oil, which oil is going to be down here somewhere in general. We just got to go downwards until we find it, and then we can start working with that. So that got us kind of caught up. Let's just let's get the game unpaused and going. So no research tasks selected. I don't think we need any of the research right now. Like, animal control requires plastics. Plastics requires crude oil. Automation is something that I'm not great at. These require, I think... These might just require high quality metals. But they may also require plastic. So they at least require the thing that we're building that refinery for. We've got environmental protection. I guess the only thing that we don't have, we do have these two techs: liquid tuning, thermo aqua tuner, liquid tapidizers, thermosensors, thermoregulators. Probably we're not going to make use of those anytime soon, so I'm going to leave them. Once we get closer to having oil, I'll start getting people to research into the, the plastics thing. I think that makes sense. To me, it makes sense. So, what are my people doing right now? What are my priorities at? Let's check that just to see, because I think in general we've kind of left these things going. Music at Once says research sex lube. I don't know what the sex lube is to research, my friend. But we'll get to it eventually if it's on there. I don't believe it's on there. But how you doing, Music Kit? Glad you stopped in again. Alright, so we got this stuff. Let's see. It's all working well. How are our batteries looking? They're staying charged. I mean, they are losing some power because the coal generators aren't running. We don't have any of this power running, so everything that's going on down there, or over here, with the batteries is just based purely on this coal. Oh wait, no, natural gas is pumping. That's right. Or hydrogen, sorry. So hydrogen is the only thing that is going 24/7, whenever it can at least. Hello Ken, how are you doing today, young man? Let's see what we got going on. Anything? So we built... Oh, we're gonna have to, if we want to make that spot, we are gonna have to deconstruct this tile, so... We can deconstruct the tile. Playing games is great. I enjoy playing games myself, Ken. Wait, we don't want to make this first. Hold on. Cancel that build. Let's prioritize... I just want to get this little spot taken care of since it's underneath the walkway. So let's build this, guys. Let's do this. Okay, you guys are putting that in. And this is just our waste... I mean, it's our... This thing takes coolant, basically. So it's just... Probably polluted water. I mean, it's used as cooling for this giant thing. This thing gets very hot, which is why we built out in the cold biome. Also, the coal generators get very hot. You know, kind of why we built them there. As far as gas is going, now that we have coal generators up and running more frequently, we're going to have to worry about our carbon dioxide some. But right now, carbon dioxide is pretty minimal overall, which is good for us. Kind of wonder... I don't want polluted oxygen ever getting in here. I wonder if I should drop, like, deodorizers down here. We got a deodorizer on this side because we opened this up to let some of this, this slime and whatever come through here. We really just wanted access to this thimble reed more than anything. But so far, so good. Okay, so this power is going to connect in with the grid here. So we're going to have, like, just an awesome source of power. We can run a line over this way if we want. We might as well have that set up now. Let's see. So what I'm thinking is... Oh, man, we're out of iron. That's not great. So we're going to build this out of gold. But right here, just a bridge out here. I like to run the heavy watt wires. Oh, we do have a hatch down here, so that's good news. There's one hatch that's trapped in our natural gas generator on a level in which we wanted him, so as long as he doesn't slip down here when we're constructing things, then that's good news. He's burrowed down there. Okay, so we wanted another natural gas generator in here at this spot, I believe. No. The spot next to it. If we're going... These ones were centralized and that spot was built. So these things dump polluted water, and that's why I have mesh tiles being built directly underneath this little cross section or standing section of the thing, because this little pump is what drops out polluted water. So I don't know why. So I did drop the vent over here, and maybe I should drop the vent to the side that has the pump on it. I am kind of concerned that the polluted water decided to bunch up like this. This seems like a bad simulation. Not real sure why you would choose to do it like this. This is not how water acts as far as I'm concerned. Even if it's polluted water, as long as it's still mostly liquid, not like it doesn't turn into like a jello, I would expect it to distribute more evenly along here. I don't know what you guys think. That's what I think. Okay, so I want to prioritize building the ground pieces whenever we do this. And hopefully that doesn't get people into trouble, but let's get this stuff built, guys. Music Kid asks, did you save your game or leave your computer running this game for 3 days? I saved the game. It's it's modern technology, Music Kid. It has a save state. Although the game is pretty lightweight overall, and running it in the background would not have mattered all that much. I think my computer did restart in the time being, so if I had to go with the old Nest thing of like not turning it off, then I would have been screwed probably. Because Windows decided it wanted to update for some reason. As Windows is wont to do. So the things we're missing in here, I don't think we've laid out power wires. We're going to need to lay out transformers. We need... we haven't rigged up our pipes, but that's easy enough. Except when you make a mistake like that. So we're going to want to rig up all these... And maybe we don't want to actually rig them up to the thing until we're good and ready, because I don't want natural gas spitting out here. So let's get the pipes at least closer to being plugged up, connected. But don't actually connect them. Eventually, we're going to need to connect those. And then ventilation is going to be a little crazier in here because we're going to have to get these pumps through filters. And maybe a double filter setup. I'm not real sure. I might just leave it at a single filter. And what I'm thinking with the double filter is... so I believe natural gas generators are going to create carbon dioxide as a byproduct. Fertilizer synthesizer... Well, they may not create it, but there's definitely going to be other gases in here. Oxygen's going to leak in when people run through here. So we're going to want to make sure that... So we need a filter to send pure natural gas into the natural gas generators. And then the question is whether we want other filters for kind of cleaning stuff up, or if we would want to just assume that most of the gas is nasty and just try to send it down and out. I think just assuming that it's nasty might be the, I'll move my Twitch chat here on my screen. Okay. Get it out of the way. Food shortage. Let's see. I think that we're going to be fine on food right now. Every once in a while, we got to run the microbe musher just to make sure that things are in a good state. Which means that maybe I should create some more mealwood, but I don't want to go too over the top with that. So our water supply is great. Have they done this? They've been working on it. Can we try to finish this so that... Let me just give this line of pipes a slightly higher priority. Because I'd like to be able to run the metal refinery a little bit. I don't need to run it all that much. That does, I think, take a person running it. Like, he's got to stand over here and make it work, so... But I don't need a ton. I just need to make a little metal because once we get to... Exosuit Forge takes 400 kilograms of refined metal. Checkpoints are 100 kilograms. We're going to need one checkpoint, one Exosuit Forge, and 6 Exosuit docks. So we're going to need a total of 1,100 kilograms of refined metal right now. That's just for the buildings associated with it. We're probably going to need... I don't remember if it's... I think it's just copper, actually, for the exosuit itself. I don't think it actually takes refined metals. Okay. They're getting close to finishing this thing off. Are all you things capable of holding thimbleweed seeds? Have we set that up correctly? Organic, we don't want those. Consumable ore, we turned coal off. Okay, so those things have a good setting. Decent setting, at least. How are things coming along? This thing is now capable of queuing. Can we get some more iron? Is there any iron we can get around here? There's some iron ore around here. There's a bunch of algae down here, which I think we're running low on algae. So let's take a little diversionary excursion over here. And just collect some materials. So we want... That'll get us some iron. Okay. Actually, let's see. How far do we want to go here? We can just do this in a more... I mean, there's a bunch of algae down here, but is that the actual closest for algae? We can dig some algae up over here. We got algae up here. So if we made a layer, if we clean this up, which is around our base, so we kind of want to deal with it anyway. That's going to get us a decent amount of algae. We can clean this up. We're going to need to put a deoxidizer over here just for... deodorizer, as it is. Just for our own kind of health and well-being. Where do we want to put it? I kind of like putting them in the inner column because that's where most of the gases flow. So let's put a deodorizer here and a deodorizer here. Let's prioritize those a little higher than normal. We want to prioritize these digs of key resources. Is this algae? It is algae. Okay, so prioritize this at a 6. And then prioritize this whole section right here as a 6. And then there was also this little section to get some iron going. And this is iron right here, so let's prioritize this at a 6 as well. So this is just getting my guys to go get some resources that we need. The ground we've specified as a 7 over here, so they're going to prioritize that even higher, but there's nothing they can get to right now. And so, let's see. Thank you for the bits, my friend Deutschface, and the compliment of your hair looks beautiful tonight. How you doing, brother? Alright, so this is going to be for iron, which we don't have any of yet. We can turn other stuff in there, but I don't want to do... I definitely don't want to do copper. Copper's very limited, even though I have a lot of it right now. Copper, I feel, is the... It's the only material that can be used to make exosuits, even though I don't need a whole lot of them. Or Atmos suits. As I like to call them exosuits, because they're made for... they're made from all the exo buildings. But they're actually called Atmos suits, if you want to get that terminology correct. So these are prioritized high, because we want to make sure that they deal with this slime that's over here. Those deodorizers. And let's see, have they done this yet? They're working on it. So our algae went from like 100 kilograms to now we have a couple tons. We don't necessarily need a ton of algae at this point. I could probably turn... I mean, these things aren't even working right now. Let's disable these buildings for a while and see how our... This one's still pumping. I just want to kind of see how our oxygen levels look with these things off. So I'm going to deconstruct this one too. Not deconstruct, but let's disable it. And now this is just an experiment to see what our oxygen looks like. Is it going to tell us we're losing oxygen or something like that? I mean, by getting rid of that, we eliminate our need for getting algae entirely, because everything's based off of our water right now. Because all our oxygen is coming from water over here, the electrolyzer farm that we've got going. We've got still no iron. Come on, guys. Come on now. I didn't prioritize it higher than anything else, so that's fine. But I would like you to get it eventually. And then I guess at a low priority, I could just have people slowly digging down here. I think I'm going to want to build the exo checkpoint somewhere. Maybe over here. Maybe off of this. If we open this up, or just use this little tunnel as the exo squad checkpoint, that might work out okay. The key thing about when we make this checkpoint for the exo suits is that, Atmos suits, is that we put it in a place where it completely separates where people can get to normally from going through that checkpoint. I guess since we are going to have 6 suits and 6 people, I don't know if that matters as much. But in general, it's just good to be aware of that. Okay, so let's connect this to here, just to also have that set up. Alright, so they're digging through. They're going to get a little bit of iron. Enough for me to, I think, get the 1,100 kilograms of refined iron that I need. Just a guess. Seems okay. Okay, so how's our oxygen looking? Gas pumps, or gas vents are still over pressure. These numbers are looking solid, 2,000-ish. So these numbers are going down a little bit over here of pressure. So what we can look at doing is just moving some of these vents down further to populate areas in which people go. Which would just be populating it to the farm, I think. Yeah, we got our iron. How much did we get? 9.4 tons, so that's more than enough for here. We just need to queue up 11 of these right now. Gases are still looking quite nice. Invalid construction look. Oh yeah, you're still building. That's fine. No power to the pump. Oh yeah, so I guess we should look at laying out our power grid here. So we're gonna need like a transformer per line of synthesizers, and then a transformer per, like maybe 2 transformers total for the pump / filter setup we're gonna need. So it looks like we're gonna need like 5 filters set up, or not 5 filters, but 5 transformers. So I'm gonna do the transformer setup from the right side, I think. I don't know why. Or at least that's where I'm gonna put the rows of So I should do it from the left because that's where the line already is. It'd be silly to do it from the other way. So off of the left, we're gonna need transformers. How hot is it over here? We should use what do you call it? Let's see here. Insulated tiles, abyssalite. Let's set this up here. And let's see. So we've got three of the transformers. I guess we could put a transformer here and a transporter here and be pretty much ready to hook those up. So also wherever we end up putting the exosuits is going to need its own transformer. So somewhere down here there will be another transformer. Where that will be specifically, I don't know right now. Okay, so this will be... I'm going to consider this the bottom edge of the base. So I'm going to build that out of insulated tile there. And we need to kill this. Let's make sure it's just tiles, okay. Sometimes when you use the deconstruct tool by default, it'll rip up anything that's there. So if you had a wall with pipes and wires going through it and everything, you just screwed up your whole thing if all you wanted to do was remove that tile piece. So I do that accidentally all the time. Really all the time. It's not terrible, but it's not preferable either. So I don't know. I'm thinking either over here or over here for the Exo Squad setup. Did we finish these? Yeah, we finished those. So let's just build. We need 11 total. So we did 6. We're going to do 5 more. We can now create the exosuit spot, which doesn't need to be anywhere special. I might just build it what's this wire using? Circuit status, max is 900.